Sorry that it's been so long. Um, this is another one of those "What would you say" videos where I imagine what I would say to somebody if I was able to just talk to them without interruption, just right off the top of my head. Uh, so here's that. Well, it's been a while since I've reached out to you. I I hope that doesn't look like I've forgotten how important you were for me in my teen years. You're one of those people who put so much care and consideration into me during my childhood. I'm almost embarrassed to admit how little I've paid that forward. I don't make big sacrifices. I don't mentor young people nearly as much as I would have wanted to. I do my job. It's a very nice job, but I don't think you understand how much you saved my life as my music teacher. Like I said, you were one of those people who um, gave me a reason to wake up in the morning. You helped me to move past the plight of the other young people in my neighborhood, the ones I couldn't do anything about. Not to abandon them, but to honor them by not giving up myself. It was so easy to want to give up. Um, I mean, who was I? I was this kid who forgot things all the time, broke stuff because I was clumsy, lost things all over the place. I was a teacher's liability every day. At least that's what I thought I was. That's what I felt like. But you never let me see myself as one. You never let that seed grow. I felt more like an apprentice than a student. Like you were showing me how to grow into my real self. Obviously, you cared about a lot of us in that music room. I know that. But it always felt like family to me. I can always tell which people are going to change my life from the first day, day one, whether it's a student or a client or something. But it usually doesn't happen with a teacher. I remember the day I was introduced to you at 14, and I just knew. That program that you led gave me a summer job, an introduction to what the role of an ensemble musician is. You saw what I could do. You saw me. As a matter of fact, I think I can only remember two times that I ever really disappointed you in any way. But I think that's why they stick out. You know, they were so few and far between, especially compared to everybody else who was disappointed with me for some reason every week. Uh, I don't blame them. You fostered the love of music that would come to define me rather than being defined by a bunch of mistakes. I don't think there's an earthly way for me to explain you to people, how to honor you, how to thank you. I needed you very much in my life. I feel weird about even calling you, um, since I didn't do nearly as much with the music as I thought I would growing up. I didn't take your advice, and I ended up in some place that almost undid every bit of joy that you gave me. I wanted to be like you. But you can't learn that from a school. They weren't going to help me become another one of you. Can't get that from a book or a professor. You learn that because someone cared enough about you to be forever unforgettable. You learn that because you always feel worthy in the eyes of that person. When you started working at the special needs school, I was originally confused by that because it felt like just as much a departure from your role, your job, your thing as as my departure was when I stopped trying to be a music teacher. It just felt wrong. And yet I shouldn't have allowed the stigmatization of special needs kids to blind me from understanding myself. I have a feeling that you had some inkling that there was something different about me, that there was something off. Not bad, just different. Do I know whether or not you would have foreseen that I would get diagnosed as neurodivergent? I don't know. Um, and it was a long time ago. Folks back then wouldn't have called me autistic anyway uh, at the time. And then ADHD was a label they gave to all the hyperactive folks. So if you were just this inattentive ADHD guy with level one autism, you were just the weird kid. You know, they didn't have any pills for you. They didn't know what to do. And the adults just presumed that I was this otherwise normal kid who wasn't trying hard enough. You never, in 4 years, ever made me feel that I wasn't trying hard enough. Never. Now, was I hard headed about some stuff? Probably. Was I forgetful? Absolutely. Did I just ramble and info dump all over the place? Sure. But you never thought that I didn't try as hard as I possibly could. You never assumed that I just didn't care. You saw what very few adults even wanted to see. you saw the kid under the mask before I even got the chance to take it off. I've met very few people in my life who can do that. I don't know if I've said enough here to express how much I appreciate and have appreciated um, you being a part of my life. I really do hope that I have the courage to give you a ring, give you a call before it's too late. I always feel like I'm interrupting something important when I call up to say hello. That's why it's been a while. It's easy for me to convince myself that I'm some kind of burden. Maybe I'm not. I know that 14-year-old wasn't. I know now. I don't know what I would say if I did call. There's no special occasion. Maybe I can call on Thanksgiving or something. I don't know. I wouldn't say all of this. This is way too much, but I don't know. Sometime this month, I hope I can call up and tell you that I'm grateful. You always made me feel like I was enough. You let me know what it was like to feel that way before I stepped out into a world that constantly reminds me otherwise. I hope I do call you. For now, I'll just call you family. Thank you for everything. Well, that was more cheery than the first one. Uh, I don't think this will be a running thing. Uh, I might intersperse different ideas with these videos. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for listening, folks. Bye bye.